pause. Alright, time for a quick lesson. Let me get on top of these trees before I tell you said lesson, before I get blown up by a creeper. Alright, so there's two types of bees. There's ignoble, which literally are useless. Ignoble essentially means that they will die off. They will stop producing a princess after a certain amount or a certain time of breeding. You really don't want that at all. So ignoble, just get rid of it. Not even useful. Unfortunately, the begonia as well only takes drones. So you can't even use the princesses on the begonia. Let me see if there's any other use. I mean, other than that, I don't think I've never played with the genetic sampler before. DNA extractor, liquid DNA. I mean, I guess you could use that. I don't know what that's used for, but I'm sure you can use drones as well for all that. I don't know. Leave in the comments below if you guys know any uses that we can use the ignobles for. But I tend to just discard them completely. I don't even think they're worth it. Honestly, I really don't. Speaking of bees, here's a bee house right here. We will take that and that. Ooh, actually, we'll take this as well. So you also know that there's different bees for different biomes and whatnot. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen the infernal bees that I've come across a bunch of times, and I've marked them down throughout the series. Like in the Nether, there's also different kind of there's a couple of nether hives. There's hives that are under the ground, like the rocky hives. Hives that are unique to the plains biome, like this one is usually the meadow bee hives. Any place where there's a bunch of any place where there's a dense amount of trees, that's usually forest or curious, I believe, or not curious, unusual or mystical. Long way to home. Wow, I can't believe I didn't catch that last part. Well, where do I begin? So I just missed like maybe about 10-15 minutes of myself recording and talking about important stuff, so I'm gonna try to revise on what I said. Not revise, but rephrase, you know, say what I said again. Right, oh, mutagen. So now that we have our bees and we have our industrial apiaries, and we also have a way of powering the industrial apiaries, we need to be able to crossbreed the bees faster, rather than just, you know, sticking them in a random or in an apiary and just hoping that they eventually crossbreed into the breeds that we want. We want it quicker, a lot quicker. So this here machine from Gendustry called Mutagen and the Mutatron and the Mutagen producer is what we need to do so. So to craft these two, I already started crafting the materials I needed for it, but like this is right where pretty much my video cut off. So yeah, from here it's all fresh. Oh right, when it comes to the laser and the assembly table, so to make the chipsets that you want, shift left click your two items that you need to make the chipsets into your assembly table, then left click the pulsating chipset. And if the laser is being supplied with energy and it's also facing the assembly table, it will start producing the pulsating chipset. Alright, so now we need, how many? We need 3 of these, so 12 bronze gears. What else? 2 gold, and redstone in the middle. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now we need a hopper. We got a chest. Iron. Boom, we got the hopper. Now we need... Do we need 2 hoppers? No, just the one. Thought so. 2 more bronze gears. Yeah. Boom, and there's our mutagen producer. Boom. We just need the chipset. And we are done. It's a good thing we started with the chipset because I knew it was going to take that long. Alright, in the meanwhile, we'll make some energetic alloy, vibrant alloy, so that way we can make the upgraded energy conduits, which are called something. Enhanced energy? No, they're just ender energy conduits. Oh, the enhanced ones are the energetic. Yeah, we'll go, oh, that's a lot of RF per tick, jeez. Did we get the chipset yet? Yes, we did. Place the chipset in place, and boom, we got our mutagen producer, and now we're gonna, where's those binders? Make some new conduits. Gonna replace all the ones that are in here with better ones. Boom. What is this? It's a mutagen producer. I was hoping that was going to be that. Boom. And then just put the mutatron to the facing the mutagen, like you are facing. When you face the mutagen producer, just make sure you put the Make sure you always put the mutatron to the right of the mutagen producer. You're right, the direction that you're facing. Okay. And these hold a lot of RF. I mean, this one holds 5 mil. How much does this one hold? 1 mil. Yep. Going to get a bigger reactor soon, that's for sure. But that's the whole point of me building this setup. Boom. So now when you... Oh, that's right. So now when you use the mutatron and the mutagen producer, you need to first off, you need to get mutagen from the mutagen producer, and the only way to get that is by offering up yellorium ingots to it, and that'll use about, I think, 1 million RF per bar, give or take, around that area, maybe a little bit less. Let's see. No, probably about 1 mil. And now for the mutatron, when you crossbreed, you need these genetics labwares, which is made out of hold on one second. It's made out of glass panes and diamonds. Really easy, really simple to make, and you get 16 per diamond, which is really helpful. Oh, right, we want to work on building, or not building, but making the Blizzy bee. Because the Blizzy bee is the only bee that produces, when you click use, this right here, Blizz powder, which we then need for cryothium dust. Sorceress requires a cultivated drone. Alright. So to make a cultivated drone, we need... What do we have a lot of? Common. What do we have a lot of? We have a lot of wintry. Let's see if we can use wintries for anything. Really? You can't use wintry at all? That can't be right. Yes, you can. Marshy drone. Is that it, really? Yeah, that is it. So I hope we have a couple of marshies at least. Yeah, we have one marshy drone. Alright, so now what we want to do is, since we just found the correct recipe, recipe I should say, that we want to follow, we're going to take the wintry princess, put him in there with the marshy drone, and we're going to get ourselves a common bee. I want to get more marshy drones, so I'm going to start breeding this guy. And there we go. Common queen. Now if we take this right outside, however, since the biome that we live in is a winter biome, we're going to have to add upgrades to our Apiarist. Every biome has different, whatchamacallits, conditions, that's different stock conditions. And sometimes different bees require different, I'm going to put these down. And sometimes different bees require different conditions. Alright, there we go. Wow, that's draining it fast. Okay, it's too cold, so now we just need, I think, just heat upgrades, honestly. This one probably needs a humidity upgrade. So now we need to go to the list of upgrades that Industry has, which is right here. They're all different sieves. So let's see. Pretty sure we can actually just make a plains emulator, which is just this, which isn't bad. Yeah, I guess why not, right? I'll make a couple of those right away. What the plains emulation will do is pretty much what it sounds like, and it will emulate a plane. Most bees will be happy with a plain biome, and honestly we just need them to produce drones right now. When it comes to bees that produce special things, like for instance the wintry bee, that one requires perfect conditions, meaning it wants not just the conditions to produce drones and go through its life cycle, but it also needs perfect conditions for it to produce the bliss powder. So it has to be cold, and the humidity has to be freezing, I believe. Or you could just make a winter emulation mod. Alright, this is gonna take quite a while. I'm gonna stand right here, and I actually have to go check my food now anyhow, make sure it's all good. Alright guys, so we got our plains mod now. I think we need a couple other upgrades as well, but we'll go ahead and see if this is sufficient enough. Yep, that's good. Let's see how much power it uses. Not too much, but definitely could add up to a good amount over time. Now we want to increase or decrease the lifespan it takes for these bees, because it'll help us get the drones and the princesses faster, which is what we need. Because every time you breed a bee, it automatically produces the queen for you. It doesn't produce a drone and or a princess. You got to go through the entire lifespan of the queen to get the drone, or 2 drones and a queen, depending on the species. Sometimes you only get 1 drone. Right, so now we need to make fermented things, fermented eyes. Spider eye, EY, there we go, and sugar. How many of these can you make? 4. Alright, we're gonna go to the nether real quick just so we can go get some of those things. Might as well get our bees while we're here actually too. Perfect. Just enough spider eyes. Alright, so now we have 2 sets. That's perfect. What we need is sieves and glass. It's easy. I'm only gonna make 4 right now. When I need more, I'll come back to it. Right. Boom.